Something that I've been wanting to bring y'all along with was recording soldering stuff. I'm not going to solder this, but electronics and things like that. And where I do it is not necessarily a good spot. Now I have this, and it doesn't integrate very well with regular technology. It's one of these. It's the ELG4 color. It does color and then black and white. It's not high def enough for electronics work. It's designed to read papers and digitize that sort of thing. Now I have one of these microscopes and it does a really good job at picking this up. However, integrating it into this has been a problem. So to bring you along for that, I'm going to show you what I did. This is after over designing and over engineering a bunch of 3D printed parts. So that I ended up with this piece, which gets glued onto the part that integrates onto that. So now we have a new way of holding the microscope. And then we have, hit the camera, this piece, which is what's gonna go on top of this. So this goes into here. And yes, it did take me a while to get that fitment. And yes, that part is still drying its glue. I then found a random knob that I had in my pile of crap, made a hole for the size of it, and cut the threads. So now, actually, now that's in its position, so that we just need to do that much of a turn, and it locks it. Honestly, it's not that big of a factor, but circles are a lot easier to mate than squares when 3D printing and designing. So now we just need to attach this to this. So we're going to do some minor disassembly on this. Woo! Clamp right there. And to help me out with the screw location in my design, I just made a plate that is the exact distance between those two, so I can easily, this is a little edge, these are flared out 2 degrees, and this measurement on the inside is that depth. I don't know what more you need to know. It's simply so that we can indicate and locate where we want this to be. So those screws on the inside of here, we want to be right there. So I'm going to use these holes a little bigger. Screw it in until it's tight. Go ahead and plug this back in just because. Perfect. Now we have a microscope. And now that I got it all kind of dialed in, I will show you. So this is the focus. Once we get it focused, I can, with one hand, very easily inspect the entire chip on a much bigger screen. Well, the cat is trying to bother me. Thank you, Loki. Yeah. I don't know how you could apply this to the things that you do, but I hope to bring you along for more in-depth soldering stuff now.
Thanks for watching.